His best defense, which is that all these loans were paid back and no bank lost a nickel, the state of New York will not let him make because of the way the fraud statute is written. The fact that the allegedly defrauded person was made whole is not a defense. What I would do if I were his lawyers is I would bring on real estate experts who will say, look, she says he overvalued real estate. So he had a building worth $1 million and he said it was worth $1.2 million. Nobody knows what buildings are worth. There is no precise value on these buildings. Their worth is always a range. And the banks know that. The banks know that a lender, a borrower, particularly a sophisticated borrower like Trump, is always going to say the building is worth at the upper end of the range rather than the lower end.
But Judge,
and they take that into account when they make loans.
Why is Letitia James on behalf of the state of New York representing banks when banks are the ones who are allegedly harmed?
Well, she's representing them because the statute allows them to do it, which is unfortunate. And she's after Trump because when she ran for election, she promised, quote, to get Donald Trump. So it is reprehensible, in my view, that the chief law enforcement officer of a state is popularly elected by targeting someone who is unpopular in the state. It's wrong, but that's the system that we're stuck with.
What is her standing in a civil fraud case, right? It's got to be the people who are harmed.
So question, how many of the banks that loaned money to Donald Trump have sued him for fraud? It's an easy number to remember. It's 0. The statutes allow the Attorney General to step in the place of people she believes have been harmed, even when there's no demonstrable harm, and bring a lawsuit, which is why you are quite correct, and the former president is quite correct to call this what it is, a witch hunt.